Good morning, fourth graders. Week 3, day 3, DMR. Number 1, circle the larger fraction. Now, when you look at these, you're probably going to jump and assume that this is the larger one because it has 100. But you have to look at the comparison. 8 out of 10, think of a pie with 10 sections, and you have 8 out of 10. You only have 2 left. If you do 8 out of 100, you'd have 92 left over. So your larger fraction does not mean just because it has the larger number. So which one of these is more? 8 out of 10, think of a pie that has a circle with 10 sections in it. That's 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is really hard to do like this. And you have 8. You have 2 left over, don't you? If you have 100 and you take 8 sections out of 100, think of a pie, you'd have 92 left over. So which fraction is actually the bigger fraction? Okay? Think about it in those terms. 8 out of 10 is almost one whole. 8 out of 100 is a very, very small number, okay? So think of it that way. Which one is larger, 8/10 or 8/100, okay? Do not circle one just because it has a bigger number down here, because in fractions, that is not what that means, okay? Number 2, put the following decimals in order from least to greatest. So what I did is I first converted these into fractions instead of decimals, okay? This is 45 hundredths. This is why do I have 5 there? This is 4/10, not a 5, sorry. 4/10, okay? This is 400ths. This is 5/10. This is 500ths. This is 7500ths. Remember your place value. You have a resource card that Mrs. Enriquez gave you that has your place value. The place value to the right of the decimal, you have tenths, hundredths, and then a third one would be thousandths. Okay? So make sure that you understand the fractions, because that will help you. Least to greatest. So if you look at these, which one of these do you think is the least? I'm going to give you a hint. It's 0.04. It's 4 out of 100. That is the smallest or the least in the fraction. So your first one should be, you need to write them out in order. 0.04 would be your least. Then you're going to go up from that. Okay? List them in order. Decimal 0.04 is the least. Okay? You need to put them all in order, least to greatest. So if you want to convert them to fractions first, like I did, that will help you to understand. And remember, least to greatest, okay, is 4/10, is 400ths smaller than 500ths? Of course it is. Remember, 5 out of 100, 4 out of 100, 45 out of 100. Then you have 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, out of 100, 75 out of 100. So least to greatest. And your hint is 0.04 is the smallest, the least amount. Okay? So if it helps you to convert them first, go ahead and do that. Number 3, what is the remainder when 5,689 is divided by 5? They don't tell you you have to do it a certain way, so please write it out like this. Divided by 5. Step 1, 5 divided into 5 goes how many times? 1 time, which is 5. subtract, bring down, and repeat and continue. You're going to need more room to do this, so you can do it on a scratch piece of paper, or you can move it over here and do it over here. Okay? Number 4, find all the factor pairs of 100. We need to see pairs. So 1 times 100. You guys should know that. 100, any number times 1 is itself. You're only saying it one time. So the factor pairs should be listed like this. 1 times 100 in parentheses. Then the next one would be, will 2 go into 100? If it is, then it should be 2 times what number to equal 100? Factor pairs for 100. You should end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should end up with 5 factor pairs. Just a hint. But it needs to be listed in pairs like this. Number 5. What is the value of the digit in the tens place when 87 is multiplied by 13? So step 1 is you need to take 87 and multiply it times 13 to get that step 1. Then you need to, whatever your answer is, you need to look at the digit in the tens place. Okay, so you have 2 steps. What is the value of the digit in the tens place when you multiply 87 times 13? So you first have to figure this answer up. Then look at the tens place and write what the value is. Okay? That is it for Wednesday. If you have any questions, please send me a message and I will be able to help you as soon as possible. Or you can ask Mrs. Dannenberger. Okay? Have a good day, and I'll do Thursdays in a little bit. Thank you. Bye.